What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dread. I'm back. And me and my boy Flipside are here to review the 2018 NBA playoffs and give our predictions for the NBA Finals. Flip, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Glad we were able to do this. It's been a while.
Yeah, and guess what? It could have came at a better time too. All right, let's talk. All right, first off, here's what we're gonna do. Let's talk about that Cavs Celtics series. Um, now you figure if anybody was a threat to the Cleveland Cavaliers, it would be the Boston Celtics. One, because they're a young team and got a whole bunch of promise. Two, they have great coaching, and three, because the teams prior to them were giving Cleveland all they can handle. And so you would think they were draining to run LeBron out. I mean, and on top of that, LeBron, I mean, he's had to do it for the majority. The majority of the games he had to do it all by himself. I mean, he can't really count on anybody. I mean, because Kyle Korver shows up when Kyle Korver wants to show up. Kevin Love, he stays hurt. He doesn't have Kyrie anymore to back him up, really. So really, LeBron is doing like 75 to 85% of the work a night. So, and the thing is, everybody's wondering is like, well, how long can he keep this pace up? He can't really keep it up for long. But I mean, he showed up and showed out when it mattered the most. And then, like I said, you get Kyle Korver and J.R. Smith will show up once every 3 games. and the thing is, in the postseason, you can't show up once every 3 games, once every 2 games. You got to show up every single game. And LeBron probably only gets like a total of 4 minutes of rest out of every single game. So yeah. And Boston, while they had a whole bunch of promise, the only thing that really held them back was experience, and they didn't really have that much of an answer for LeBron. Their whole plan for LeBron was just like, well, let him score until he tires himself out, and then we'll get him. That's pretty much their whole strategy. But what did you think of the Cavs and Celtics series overall?
I thought it was closer than I expected to be honest. I don't think anyone expected them to take into 7 games and without Kyrie and Hayward. That was pretty surprising, man. Jason Tatum is, I don't know, man. If someone said he was Rookie of the Year, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, Jason Tatum is the future. He really did show out.
I think the Celtics team next year, if they can stay healthy, they're going to be scary. But if we're just talking about this series, they gave him a pretty crazy run. What was that? Rozier?
Yeah.
Terry Rozier, yeah. He was killing it, so he's going to be a crazy bench player next season.
Al Horford, well,
Al Horford, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man, they could not stop him. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But LeBron, I think I said it. I think I said it during the Raptors series when we did our last podcast. I was like, I usually go against LeBron, but he always proves me wrong, so I gotta give him the edge on this one.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron is LeBron. He's 40 and still put a triple double.
Yeah.
So I'm done betting against LeBron unless it's the Warriors.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I said, and the thing is, one thing the Warriors have that the Celtics don't is playoff experience. That's pretty much the only thing that's pretty much the only thing they don't got. Like I said, they got damn good coaching. Their team is young and they don't get hurt a lot. And like I said, on top of that, they were the first seed this year. They were the first seed. They finished first in the East this year. And when was the last time they finished first in the East? Like 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit, man.
LeBron is carrying that team, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that against the Celtics next season. Is Kyrie and Hayward are there?
Yeah.
It really comes down to, I mean, you could kind of compare this to how Jordan was ran, where Jordan was the primary scorer and everybody else played like heavy defense. But this Cavs team made really like some defensive juggernaut, you know?
Yeah, but that ain't gonna get it because we all know that in the West, the Spurs had a good defense too. And you got to have fire, but you can't just have a good defense. You got to have offensive firepower too. Yeah. I mean, but overall, as far as we gonna get to the we're gonna get to the Rockets and Golden State series in just a second. But I mean, as far as my overall thoughts on the Eastern Conference Finals, I predicted it. I said it was gonna go down, and I said Cleveland in 7, but it was a lot more exciting than I thought it was gonna be. And the thing is, I thought that Game 7 would be a lot more high scoring, but it wasn't.
I thought it'd be fine just because they were missing their primary guys, the guys they went out and grabbed up. So I
Mm-hmm.
expect the rookies and the backups to show out like that. But I mean, that might just be probably Brad Stevens and us underestimating Jason Tatum. Well, I underestimated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only thing that Jason Tatum don't got is the experience. And if he once he does that, or if he gets somebody to, let's just say if he gets, I don't know, either a fast ass point guard or like a center to help him get rebounds. Well, Al Horford is good. I mean, well, Al Horford can help him with that. So if he was to get like like I say, well, or if Kyrie comes back 100% healthy, then yeah, everybody else in the East is gonna be in trouble.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think LeBron can outscore Kyrie Hayward, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford on the same court.
Yeah, he's gonna really need some help next year, for real. All right, now for the Western Conference Finals. How did this series look to you?
I thought it was. I didn't think it was going to 7, but I mean, it couldn't end in 6 with Houston taking it. To be honest, if Chris Paul didn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a feeling because I mean we all know the Rockets they basically built the team just the Warriors and not whoever's in the East or in the East. Like they're trying to battle the Warriors. That's their NBA Finals right there.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised that it went 7. I feel like if Chris Paul didn't get hurt, they might have won this.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the thing is 27 threes, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like they basically beat themselves.
Everybody in the comments is either saying Warriors in 6, Warriors in 5, and then I got one comment that says that LeBron has no bench and that he's going to leave next year. I mean, he doesn't have the bench that he had in 2014. Was it 2014 when he had like Matthew Dellavedova and damn, who else was it? I know it was. I think wasn't that the year that they won too? But that year, Golden State got screwed out of the title. They really did because that really should have been Golden State 6. I'm sorry. Yeah, the whole thing with Draymond getting suspended for one game, and I mean, come on now, that was ridiculous to me. And Maurice Durham says LeBron is coming to LA next year with another big name. I don't know about that. The thing is, I'm a Lakers fan too. I don't know about that. Not because I don't want to see him there, but only because I don't think he'll fit there.
I don't think he's going to.
But you got to think about it. He's 34 years old. He's only got about 5 or 6 more years left.
When you see him playing like he is now.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you make a good point because he has stayed healthy his whole career. So it's no, I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise to me if he did. Like, I think he is going to win one more ring before he calls it quits. But yeah, you make a good point there.
I think you can definitely get the most out of LeBron for the next like 4 or 5 years if you just manage minutes.
Yeah, if he stays healthy.
48 minutes per game, like come on now, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's where the whole we got to bring up the whole Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron debate once more because, well, me and a friend of mine off the record was talking about a Mount Rushmore of basketball players, and my Mount Rushmore as of right now is Jordan, Kobe, Magic, LeBron, and maybe Bill Russell is my top five. Well, if, my Mount Rushmore plus one, or my top five. A lot of people want to bring up the thing is, a lot of people want to say they want to give LeBron the edge over Kobe, not because he can just do more than Kobe besides score, but because he has better numbers. Well, of course he's going to have better numbers because Kobe, in the last 4 years of his career, he didn't play a whole season his last 4 years of his career. And like I said, if Kobe wasn't injured his last 4 years, because he was out for a whole season with an ACL tear, no, it was with an Achilles tear, and then he was playing injured, but he didn't tell anybody. So him playing injured kind of, made his productivity go down. So I still believe that, if both of them would have stayed, I believe that if Kobe would have stayed healthy, or if LeBron took as much time off as Kobe did because of injuries, I still would have probably gave Kobe the edge in numbers. But what about you?
That's why LeBron has it easily. I think a lot of players would say Kobe over LeBron just because his impact on the court.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see that statistically. But you're going to see a lot of players that they'll be like, oh, yeah, I experienced Kobe. I experienced LeBron, and I feel like Kobe is the better player.
Yeah.
So, it's like a back and forth there. But, I mean, if I wanted to pick one from my team, you could go either way, to be honest.
Right.
Mount Rushmore,
mm-hmm.
I got Jordan, Magic, Kareem, Shaq, and probably LeBron or Kobe in that last spot.
That's respectable, because also you got to remember like the Tim Duncans and let's see, who else? Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Julius Erving, Wilt Chamberlain. You got to remember, like, if you're top, I mean, the thing is, everybody can come up with a top 10 all day, but I guarantee you, everybody's top 5 is going to have Jordan, Magic, Kobe, Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, or LeBron, and like those top 5 are interchangeable. But now when you start getting to the top 3 is always going to be Jordan, Magic, and let's see who else. Jordan, Magic, and maybe Bill Russell. Like I said, the top 3 is really it's hard to me, but I mean, yeah. Shoot, you can even throw. Let's see, who else could you throw in the top 10 as for last?
This might be a little controversial, but it might not. But I say Allen Iverson.
I was actually going to say that because you kind of beat me to it, because I was afraid you could say Allen Iverson. No, Allen Iverson, because of his impact on the game, not just because of numbers and all that other stuff, but just because of the way he played the game. Yeah, he was doing stuff that like fundamentally stuff. He was doing stuff that a lot of people would fundamentally look down on. He did everything on the court that you shouldn't do and made it look good.
Took that Sixers team all the way to the finals. Only reason they lost is because they ran into the Super Lakers.
Exactly, because it was Allen Iverson and Dikembe Mutombo, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I think Eric Snow.
Yeah, Eric Snow.
Yeah. And, what's the other name? Some random dude. But yeah, I definitely say arguably Iverson top.
Yeah, I'll give Iverson top 10. I wouldn't rate him any higher than number 6, though.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have him close to top 5. He'd be like that lower top 10.
Yeah. All right, now let's get into it. If Cleveland wants to beat Golden State, what do they have to do?
They have to get the most out of their bench and their starting.
Their bench ain't as good as the last 4 years, though.
I mean, it's hard to say because we had Kyrie locking up Steph for a while in the finals game. So it kind of took some pressure off. Like, I mean, when you got Steph, Kate, and Clay all interchangeably just going off, and I mean,
right.
You definitely need somebody to show up. You need, like, Jeff Green to put up at least 15 points a game. You need JR to hit at least 5 threes. Kevin Love has to be that second option that Kyrie was.
Mm-hmm.
I I mean, Tristan Thompson, I don't even know if he's supposed to shoot because they're all conservative shooting.
I know. But
I mean, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough in that team. Corver has to go up too. Like, niggas will be production. Like, it can't just be LeBron trying to drive to the hoop or checking out jumpers.
All right. Now, Maurice Angelo Durham says, stop Steph and KD. But guess what? If you're LeBron, who do you guard? Because you can't guard them both. If I'm LeBron, I'm going to just try to guard Kevin Durant and then just let Steph get off maybe. Or maybe, let's see, keep LeBron on Durant and then have somebody double team Steph. That's the best strategy that I've got. Like I said, that's the best I can come up with.
What's his name? Thompson? What's his name? James Thompson? When they guarded Steph this series?
Yeah.
And they had Harden on KD and I don't know, man. Like when you think about it, they don't really have crazy defense. Like half of they complain about their defense high. Like Isaiah Thomas before he got kicked off the team complained about defense. The fans complained about the defense. I mean, they were playing on LeBron taking off plays, but I mean, obviously he has to take off plays to be doing it for him. I don't know, man. It's not looking good for him.
Yeah. All right. Now, what does Golden State have to do to beat Cleveland this year? Yeah. Number one thing they got to do is neutralize LeBron. Either that or just let LeBron get off until he tires himself out. Second thing they got to do, they got to out-rebound Cleveland, which I don't know if they can do. But then again, if you think about it, if Golden State, do they really need to? I said, does Golden State even really need to out-rebound Cleveland?
No, they just need to keep momentum. That's basically all their game plan has really been is find the shot, find the open man, hit the shot. And it works every time. Because we have so many great shooters. And they got Draymond playing defense. And,
is Iggy coming back? Iguodala's coming back, ain't he? Iguodala's a 6-man, but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can let LeBron put up his 30, 35 points per game, but he's not going to outscore Steph, KD, and Clay.
Hell no. Like I said, and Iggy's a 6-man. If he come back, well, he'll be back, but yeah. Golden State, their bench is a lot better. The outside shooting is a lot better. I'll probably give the edge in defense to Cleveland just based off the fact that they can get more rebounds. Steals, I don't know. That's a coin toss. If Cleveland still had a Kyrie or a Dellavedova or somebody like that, then, it'll be more convincing. But I don't know, man.
I think it's going to be a heavy turnover series for LeBron. I see him averaging maybe 6 turnovers per game.
Yeah, I mean, that's only if he gets – because I know something. Well, this is what you can pretty much apply this to anybody. The more tired he gets, the more he turns over the ball and the less rebounds he gets. So even if they do let LeBron get off, then, I mean, it's not going to matter down the stretch because LeBron, if he's playing 35, 40 minutes a game and stuff like that, then, yeah, he's going to feel the pressure. And, it can't be all on him. So, and the thing is, like I said, Kyle Korver wakes up once every 3 games. J.R. Smith wakes up once every 3 games, and it can't be that way, especially when you got the firepower that Golden State has got.
And their bench is way better, too.
Oh, hell yeah. Golden State's bench is better by miles. At least this year it is. If we're talking the 2014, 2015 season, yeah, it's a different story. But, yeah. All right, give me your final prediction on who wins and in how many games.
Warriors in 5.
That's bold.
Even that. It could be Warriors in 4 for all of them. I'm going to tire out finally.
You know what? I'm going to give I want to give Golden State I want to give Cleveland a little bit more credit than that because they fought hard. a part of me kind of wants to be bold and be different and just pick Cleveland just because nobody is picking the underdog. But come on, I got to be logical here. And just because I want to see a competitive series, I'm going to go ahead and say Golden State in 6.
I can see Golden State in 6 just because NBA might prolong that series just for the Houston ratings.
Yeah.
I think the ratings are still going to be pretty low because everyone's getting tired of it.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they might be getting tired of it, but Golden State can't help how good they are. Neither can Cleveland. I mean, well, LeBron can't help how good he is.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Golden State in 6 games. Hopefully, it's 6 games. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen right now. If Golden State goes up 3-0, nobody's gonna watch anymore.
There might be 2-0 in
Yeah, like if it's 3-0, just cut the damn game off. Or like if they go, because here's the thing, you can go. I mean, Golden State can be down by 5 points. You change the channel for 5 minutes. You change the channel back, then all of a sudden Golden State is up by 15. They was down by 5, then up by 15 in just 5 minutes.
That happened just the night too. They were down by like 10 at halftime. And Steph dropped 14 in the third. And all of a sudden they up.
Yeah, like I said, my final prediction is Golden State in 6 games. But I'm gonna get off of here. Thank y'all, the viewers, for watching, and my boy Flip, thank you for co-hosting with me, and hopefully we get to do this again real soon.
No problem, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, peace.